Hi everyone. In typical occupied fashion, the cowardly slaves to Israel, the British Museum of the United Kingdom, just caved to pressure from the UK Lawyers for Israel group and will now be removing all mentions of Palestine, historical mentions of Palestine, from the displays in their ancient Middle East section, which includes the removal of Palestine from maps and information boards. This is cultural genocide in broad daylight. And don't think that this is just an isolated incident. The British Museum, which should now be called the Terrorist Museum of Israel, actually hosted a private event celebrating Israel's independence since 1948. Also known as the anniversary of the Nakba of 1948, also known as 78 years of the genocide, ethnic cleansing, apartheid, and live Holocaust of the Palestinian people. The British Museum celebrated that. Even the British Museum staff were furious and opposed to this event and demanded that the British Museum leadership cut all ties to Israeli cultural institutions, which is an oxymoron because Israel has no culture. Oh, there's more. The British Museum entered a £50 million sponsorship deal with BP in 2023. You know, the year that the Holocaust of the Palestinian people started being broadcast to the whole world. BP is currently facing legal action brought by Palestinians in Gaza for running the BTC pipeline that provides Israel with 28% of its crude oil supply. The British Museum is in cahoots with BP and Israel, whom are actively stealing Palestinian resources and profiting off of the Palestinian genocide. I would just like to say that this motherfucker, Nicholas Cullinan, is the director of the entire British Museum and is the one that signs off on all of this. I call on the people of the UK to publicly destroy this man and the British Museum. Don't just boycott this piece of shit institution. Destroy anyone and anything affiliated with them. Force everyone to pull their artifacts out of that museum. The British Museum is primarily funded through a combination of government grant and aid via the Department for Digital, Culture, Media and Sport, and self-generated income. And as a non-departmental public body and exempt charity, yes, I just said charity, it also relies on private donations, corporate sponsorship, for example, BP, commercial activities, and grants. Like I said before, destroy anyone affiliated with the British Museum. Hit them where it hurts, their fucking pockets. They try and erase us, we erase them.